Well, welcome back to a already sweating trail. Straight off the bat, we're going uphill. As you can see behind me, we're heading up there. We are on the Dambuster 21.6 mile challenge from the LDW website, long distance walking. Put on to me this route by Leslie Aitken. I'll put his mug here, who got in touch on Facebook. He's recently done this trail. Give me some hints and tips, so I thought today's a good day to come down. Weather report's got sunshine all day, so I'm optimistic that it's going to clear up. It is starting to clear up, but nonetheless not a bad morning. I'm going to crack on because I have seen two people at least. Let's get going. The sunshine already burning off the mist. So behind us there, that's White Tor, and we're heading now to the Salt Cellar rock or boulder. So we're heading to the northwest along Ladybower, and as you know, we're in Derbyshire in England. For my foreign viewers, it's absolutely cutting, that breeze. I've got plenty of layers today, and I'm confident that sun's coming out. Got off to a shaky start this morning for a trail. I'm generally, and during week when I'm working, generally up at 2:45 AM. Got plenty to do. I've got the dog to walk, housework to do, things to do, get ready, get lunch prepped, and that's generally my routine for work, but it's also when I'm on the trail. Gives me plenty of time to travel. So we started, as you saw, 7:23. We've got 21.5 miles. Because of the filming, we average at 2 miles an hour, so it's going to take us over 10 hours. I'm not going to hang around. We're going to break every 4 miles, and so far I think we've only just passed the 3. Bonus. We'll have a brew in the next mile or so. That's 4 lots of breaks at 4 miles. There you go, facts, figures, information. I'm sure you'll love them all. So, needle pulling thread, couldn't resist. So we're on the Moorland at the minute, and as you can tell, looking down, it's pretty obviously paved. I'm not having to do any navigation. Gary's with me, obviously. He's had a few drunk incidents already, but I expect that. And I've got people behind. It seems to be a busy sort of trail so far for a Sunday. Yeah. So we're going to stay quite high up for most of the route. Like I said, we've got 3 reasonably high peaks according to the topography, one of which we've already done, a lead hill to White Tor. So we're staying pretty level at the minute. Then we'll have one in the middle, one towards the end. Leslie's already warned me that the last one's a bit of a killer. I think he said the last one, but I'll check on my break. we just crossed the Went Edge. Again, very familiar to sort of the Yorkshire Three Peaks, Whernside, Pennygent, Ingleborough, where you've got these very rough, thankfully rough, paving stones between each of the peaks. I'm pretty sure it's a trig point here. I didn't really study the map in detail. Kind of wanted to be surprised by it. Confident that it's going to be like this most of the way around. And I've been here with Tim and Denby and I think Louis. So my memory's not so good. I don't have many pictures of it. But we've done Derwent before. Seen part of the big dam, which I'm hoping we see, if only from a distance. Way back when. And if I remember rightly, it was the time that Louis, if you're watching this, committed cardinal sin. He ordered chips at the pub and didn't want to finish them, and rather than share them with the group, he put a soiled tissue on top to say that he'd done crime we won't forget. I'm pretty sure that was the Ladybower Inn that we passed right at the beginning. So past the 4 mile mark, we're ready for a brew. Again, I'm not going to sit down for too long because the cold really is just waiting to grab me, and I'm keeping my body temperature quite high by moving. Yeah. Oh, and the weather forecast has changed now. I don't know how you're supposed to plan with that kind of skill. Oh, I've got cyclists going to step aside. That's back tour at 538 metres. It's kind of odd to see a trig point so inaccessible, and before I got here there was a chap who was scrambling up the rock. We scrambled up there to touch it and see the view, but I'm not going to, it's too risky. It is just slopey rock, maybe on a dry day if you're feeling adventurous, but for now what I'm going to do is, we've hit the 4 mile mark. Let's have a consult of Gary. 4.5 miles. So this is, what did I say, back tour? Yeah, 538 metres. So we'll have a brew, biscuit, some energy, and then we'll crack on. A little tree, all on his own. So coming off the trig after a very quick brew that didn't have enough milk in it, I short shrifted myself. We're heading to Lost Lad, which has a cairn and a 360-degree viewpoint. Back of the trig, 2 hikers had already shown up, another fell runner had shown up, and it was photographs at the trig. So I didn't hang about. Now there's a queue coming up behind me. So a popular route on a Sunday afternoon, should I say Sunday morning, to bear in mind. So far, apart from the very beginning, getting up onto Lead Hill, that was the most difficult bit. It was very steep, and then from then on it's just been gradual up and downs on a very well paved path. So arduous, but not impossible. I'm suffering a bit from the cold. I do have a down jacket in my bag, which I had in the boot of the car. I didn't plan on bringing. I'm very grateful that it was in the car, so I took it with me. It's taking up some room, but... And a key life hack for you guys with the down jacket: don't put the down jacket on the outside layer. Take your jumper off, put it under your jumper, or put your big jacket over the top. Oh, we've got some boggy patch here. Reason being, if you put the down jacket on the outside, the pockets of air that you're trying to keep warm get wind chill, and you won't find it's anywhere near as good if you put it under a layer, so the little pockets of down are protected. You'll be warm, toasty warm in no time. So put it under a layer, put it under a sweater if you can, and you'll warm that down up. The little air pockets you're going to make, they're going to be close to your body, they're going to keep you nice and warm, stop the cold getting to you, and it will also stop the cold acting on the outside of the down jacket, countering the effect that you want. So life hack for you there. You'll notice I wear at times a down jacket under my layers, close to my body. There you go. Up we go, Lost Lad. So just after Lost Lad, the Dambuster Challenge Trail takes a very sharp northeasterly direction when it comes to circle around the clough, and it's off the beaten path, so I'm hoping I'll get a bit of peace and quiet. I nearly carried on where the stone pavings were the main path, and when I saw the direction I thought, hang on a minute, I'm not meant to be going down there. Quickly doubled back and found my turning. Very difficult to spot, you need to be ready for it. It is just a trodden path, this one. It's been well walked, but yeah, hard to spot. It hopefully means we'll leave some people behind. Get a bit of P&Q. I just had some good news that Chris Denby, you've done and got yourself engaged, my friend. My kid's all grown up, and if you don't know the story, Denby was my apprentice as a metal worker from a young age of 17. He's now in his 30s. So a lot of history. Top bloke. Spent a lot of camping trips. You'll see him pop up in videos and stuff like that. Yeah, glad to hear he's engaged. Doing well for himself now. It's all good. And to think in the multiverse, if I actually believe that was true, the other person who applied for his job was Dominic, and I always take the mick out of him by saying I should have picked Dominic. I wonder what he's doing now. So there you go, Denby got himself engaged. So now we're moving through Sheepfold Clough, and we're following the Abbey Brook, which is that you can hear down there. A few small sort of waterfalls come bringing it down this way. So we're going to swing round west, following the brook as it meets Howden Dam, Howden Reservoir, and then we're going to be on the lowland, follow the water's edge to the top and back round. Well, we're losing a lot of elevation, obviously, but I can just see up ahead. We are going to climb up onto the top there. That clough there. Yeah, we've left the beaten path behind. Gets boggy after Lost Lad to the Abbey Brook. It's very boggy. The stick is a must. I mean, it's a must for every trip, but I'd overcome pride if I was you, and always take a hiking pole. For time immemorial, any race of people who did a lot of walking always had a staff. Always useful for a number of things, but handling difficult terrain, it's the pole. And I also like to embody Gandalf.
Your staff.
Oh. You would not part an old man from his walking stick.
Miss Scorchio! Well, my optimism was rewarded. Oh, wow. It's gone very warm very quick. And we're still working our way through the clough, getting down to Howden. But oh my, weather. Beautiful, beautiful, man. Yeah, I saw a fellow curmudgeon. Wow, she must have been in her 70s at least. Still hiking, still going. And she was heading up asking where I was going, and even she pointed out how busy it was. But 7 years ago, last time she was up here, it wasn't anywhere near this busy. She didn't see anyone. But I've said before, it's a byproduct of the lockdowns. When more and more people are hiking, and they've took it up. If anyone's out hiking, credit to you, enjoy it. Just do it properly, yeah? Well, you can see people working their way up there. Right, still always amazed how somebody went to the effort of putting dry stone walling down here. Wow. So yeah, I'm very happy. Looking at the elevation plot, we've done the first major hillock. So we've got the second one to come up. We're approaching the 8 mile mark. So well, I think I will hold off until we get down to the reservoir before finding somewhere to have a snack and a brew. That's the plan. I want to point out, you've noticed my hair is completely out of control now. I'm going for the Death Stranding stroke hobo look. It's just laziness, I can't be bothered doing anything. Well, Tim, bless him, offered me £250 to cut it into a mullet. And if you don't know what a mullet is, here you are now. So there you go. I'm not wearing that, not for £250. So apparently I have to have it for a month, and I have to be photographed wearing it. So I'll have to do a hiking video with it. No, just no. It's not a bad life, not a bad view. The blue sky makes all the difference. So that looks like it's dwarven built, that dam. Obviously a bench, worth pushing on, but very busy. This is more of the touristy side of things. Obviously it's a beautifully paved path, so I expect nothing less, but it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, especially on a day like this. Well, I'm just going to have 10 minutes and we'll set off again. 8.5 miles in the bag. say it's a bad place to have my dinner. We're just over 12 miles in, about 10 left. So we're going to have a good dinner. We've got some more hill climbing to do. It's not over yet. What a view. Beef sizzler. No. Comfortable so nothing rolls into the water. Water! Water! All the way, pretty much from where Abbey Brook meets the reservoir, all the way around to here, which is on the western side. A very public footpath, nice and easy one for the kids, a lot of cyclists. So you had to be savvy as to where you could relieve yourself. As I come around here, there's another car park. It's a bit quieter now. Gorgeous weather. Wouldn't have believed it this morning. Quite shallow there. Last week I managed to finish God at Work, the book. Still on with Josephus. It's about 24 hours long, that. Won't be finishing that in any hurry. It's hard listening to, really. Interesting but hard. So that's what we're on this week. It's book club with my brother. American Psycho, supposed to be a classic. Don't know. I just finished this one. Kevin Sorbo's biography, which was quite interesting. He was the guy who played Hercules, and then went on to play Andromeda, and now there's a lot of Christian movies. I'm still writing. Taking my time though. I was about 23,000 words, 25 yesterday. 25,000 words, which is a bit slow going for me because I'm limited on time, but what can you do? We're humble, not a bar. Look at that. Delightful. Well, I'm not going to lie, the views are stunning. But I'm also going to say I'm a little bit pooped, a little bit tired. It's been quite a grueler so far, and I know I've got Allport Castles to do, which Leslie warned me was going to be a difficult one. So I'm just trying to get my mind mentally with there. Hope the food's going to kick in, give me some calories. Well, yeah, absolutely stunning. Beautiful. Oh, it's just great. Look at the steepness. Oh, heck. That's pretty steep. I prefer that to long winding steps. What the heck is a long winding? Long winding steps. Bit further to go. The stick every time. Squeeze. Well, I'm not going to lie. Oh, wow. What a climb. It's literally from the reservoir level. You can see the reservoir down there. And then just sheer, what, 45 degrees, steeper. One long slog, all paved, but be prepared. Get them calories in early on. Plenty of water. Which is one thing I'm drinking loads of. I might need to filter if I haven't got enough. Wow. Tell by the colour of my skin, it's a little bit sweaty. There is a cool breeze. I expect I will cool down as I carry on to Hull Parks Castle. But yeah, challenge, definitely. And then at the end I've got Win Hill to do all over again. You know, go down and then back up. So, got some more calories in the bag. Plus, my secret weapon, Red Thunder energy drink. Right, let's carry on. We're going down there. We'll just have a look here. Wow. Wow, I can see why people made the effort to come up here now. What a view! Just because I did not expect that to be there. I could see the edge, which is usually a giveaway for a nice view, and then to just see the valley sprawled out there. Wow, that's been the highlight today so far. On the rocks down below, there's a couple of photographers taking, like I say, a catalogue shot kind of thing with someone. Well, how they got up there, man, looks dangerous, but just wow. What more can you say? So that's Allport Castles on the map. Oh wow, yeah. Stood for a few minutes, and I've said this before, you can be confused, thinking that, especially when you see people with cameras and things, they're not spending the time enjoying the view. And as I always point out to people, I might be out here for 10, 11, 12 hours, and the amount of time I spend taking pictures and filming is 1 hour. That's probably the most I've ever done. So once you add up all the little minutes here and there, it's an hour. That's 9, 10, 11 hours of enjoying this trail. So although you're only seeing a snapshot, you need to know that you've just got to put the camera away, just soak it up, man. It's beautiful. And this is Palm Sunday, so I'm especially grateful. This is the day that Jesus rode into Jerusalem on a donkey, fulfilling hundreds of years worth of prophecy that he couldn't have engineered himself, literally to the exact day that Daniel in the Old Testament was told that he would do it. And Jesus fulfilled a whole lot of prophecies like that, ones he couldn't have engineered himself. So it just makes me grateful for the person behind the creation, the creator himself. It's beautiful. There must be a way down or something, because I'm seeing someone. It might be our route down into that valley, because I know after that we've got to go down up to Win Hill. So it ain't over, boy. It ain't over. Getting some proper catalogue shots down there. Alright, so we're not alone up here. There was a older couple and 3 guys up ahead. The older couple behind, 3 guys up ahead. So even up here, still not quiet. But I'm enjoying it, man. Absolutely loving this trail. Big thanks to Leslie for putting me onto this. Yeah, fantastic. Oh yeah, I like a paved path. Give me the paved path. Alright, I'm starting to lose it. There's a kind of beautiful moment in hiking where you reach a zen. There goes my stick. You reach a zen moment where you just feel like putting one foot in front of the other as easy as breathing, and you kind of get that idea you're going to keep on walking for miles and miles and miles. Whether it's a combination of being hydrated and well fed and some good footpath, I don't know what it is, but that's where I'm at now. So we're at the 16-mile mark, and we can push on a little bit further, find somewhere to have my last brew, chug some calories, get ready for Win Hill. So we're just moving through rolly pasture. So it's coming slanting southeast on this paved kind of ridge. Doesn't really change altitude or height, elevation, that's the word I'm looking for, much. But it's just plod, plod, plod. And you're gifted with them views. Absolutely beautiful. So yeah, I'm just enjoying the moment now. Long may it last. Stick. So we are just shy of the 18-mile mark, so we pushed on 2 miles more than I expected. We've come off Allport's Castle. Really hard descent on a rocky road cake, and across the main road heading down. The next big thing is Win Hill. Whew. Just trying to get some calories back in the tank, caffeine, a couple of biscuits, some ice, anything with sugar in basically I'm going to eat. I'm going to put the Kendall mint cake in my bag, my pouch, and then energy drink, Red Thunder. Everything I'm going to throw at this. Still got over 5 miles left, I think. As usual, we've gained mileage. Yeah, sun's starting to be a bit more intermittent now. Oh, yeah, challenge, man. Milkshake biscuits. Aldi's finest. So we're basically here now. I'm going to go all the way down there, follow the Roman road to Hope Brink, and then we're getting right back up to Win Hill Pike. 462 metres. And there's the car. There. So, a lot of work left to do. We are fully fueled and Oscar Mike. This is Hogswater Bridge. Already we're climbing. Come from down there. We're heading up that one. One step at a time. So we've come from down there. That was quite a steep climb through the forest plantation, but not as long as the Old Ports Castle one. But now the sun is out and it's baking me. I switched to my jumper because my t-shirt's soaked and it's kind of rubbing the small of my back. So this has eased it a bit. Well, we've got 4.5 miles, slow going, so just be prepared. I'll sum up at the end as usual, but here we've had that massive steep incline very early on up onto Lead Hill. Then we had the Old Ports Castle one, and then thankfully I was warned about Win Hill or Win Pike, so mentally I was ready for it. Physically, yeah, the stuff's working, plenty of energy, just gotta keep pushing through. I'm alright for water at the minute. Got a full can on the side of my bag, and then probably another at least 3/4 of a can in the bag, so we're good. Just plod on. 4.5 miles to the top of the, not to the top of the pipe, but back to the car, but it's right close to the car though. Jolly good. There's 2 trig points today, God willing. Oh, what are the signs? Hope Brink we want? Yeah, that one there. Hope is a big thing we need. Now, we can assume safely that that up there is where we're going. Thank goodness we're not going up that one. So we're going up there, following it all the way up to the pike, down the other side. Let's see a jogger. So according to the official way, you need to go right down there to then come all the way back up, losing elevation. And I just saw a fell runner and a cyclist go this way, and when I looked on the map they're going to meet up just before the pike. So this way, to the left, on Hope Brink, if you're looking at the map, the left hand track comes up as a little dotted line in black. Take that one, man. Don't lose elevation if you don't have to. If a fell runner and a cyclist are going there, the pilgrim hiker is going there. So you can see, looking back, we've managed to maintain at least a climb, whereas we'll be on the other side of that right now. Oh heck, that sun, beautiful. on a landscape. Fantastic. So it doesn't look as bad now. We're going to meet up with the original path and I'll show you why we didn't take it. So that's where we come from, all the way down there. Oh, glad I didn't do that. We're going that way, and you can see people up there on the pike. So we've still got a ways to go. Whew, can't believe it's only just shy of 3 miles left. Stylish. How noisy. Got a runner right behind me, but heading towards the pike now. 2.3 miles. I'm into the reserve tank, I'm not gonna lie. Just chugging mint cake and water. Yeah, pile was busy though. For some reason, there's 2 white shirted people there. They've been there since way back when I set off towards the pike. No idea what they're doing. We're gonna go find out. It's getting evening. Evening's coming on. Ooh. Boosh. There we go, guys, we've crested Windhill Pike, 463 metres, and you can see the reservoir below. The amount of distance we've covered, 21.6 miles, which by the end of it, once we get back to the car, should be a bit more. What a view, what a day. Spectacular. The people in the white shirts were just little kids. They've gone off with the parents. But you can just see behind me there. It's just spectacular. All the way around that, we've been to the Dambuster challenge, 21.6 miles. Thanks, Leslie, for putting me onto it. Yeah. Right, we're going to mosey on back to the car, and then we'll do a little debrief and then get heading home. My son's going to take the dog out, so I don't have to put another 2.5 miles on today's mileage. Beautiful, man, beautiful. A long shadow and a steep drop. This was completely unexpected. Trying to make my way down here. Absolutely horrendous. There's literally proof that it's not over until it's over. .76 of a mile left. It took forever to get down. What you didn't see on the map was this horrendously steep descent, very narrow, right alongside a kind of a brook running down off the top, and Every step was covered in mud, wet mud. So it was a nightmare to navigate down. Very hairy. Very glad I had the pole. I can see why other people needed the pole. I had to grab onto tree roots and all sorts. And so, yeah, half a mile. Yeah, was not expecting it, which goes to prove the proverb, most accidents happen coming down the mountain, which means when people think the walk's over and it's not, that's when the worst accidents happen. So I really had to concentrate, focus, and take my time, plenty of prayer, and not lose eyes on the prize. It's not over till I'm walking in my front door, and sometimes not even then. Stinks of weed around here. Anyway, half a mile back to the car. There's a protein shake waiting for me. I always try and bring a protein shake if I know it's going to be a strenuous muscle exercise. 3 massive peaks, definitely qualified. Oh, hang on. Cheers! I've got sun in my face. Can't really do much about that, can I? Yes, I can. Oh my life! First, let's get the details done. Here's Gary. Gary's very well behaved today. Gary was very well behaved. He only flooded out once, and it was when his batteries were low. So here we go. Boop. There's the starts. Look at them bad boys. Sheesh. Not quite impressed with that 3 hours of stoppage time. That's all my brakes. Stopping to take pictures, stopping to take video. I said earlier on, get rid of that now, go away. I said earlier on, it's about an hour for filming in total. And then we had 2 hours of stoppages. That also includes getting to a trig point, taking loads of video and pictures. Squirrel. That also includes me obviously sitting on my big fat backside, having a brew, things like that. But yeah, it's quite a lot of stoppage time there. What else we got? I can't see it, guys, so I'm just gonna bring it up on my phone. 22.7 miles. So the actual route, as the map has it, is 21.6. We've going over old ground, but we've obviously got back and forth. We've got going around different things. Total time 11 hours and 21 minutes. What else? Moving average, good 2.8, especially when we had a lot of elevation. So I expected that to bring my speed down. It hasn't really done that much damage. Overall average is 2 miles an hour, which is great because of the consistency. I can then plot my trails and think if it's 22 miles, it's going to take me at least 10 hours. So on this occasion, it took 11 hours and 21 minutes, but again, we had a lot of stoppage. And that, oh man alive, that last bit. Guys, let me have a mouthful of this. I'm going to quickly take you through what happened, because we've only got 4 minutes left on the SIM card and I'm not changing it. Oh, yeah. Right. Very quickly, what you need to know. This is a Dambusters challenge. It's an official LDW, long distance walking, if you go to their website. A trail that's been put up there. They say 21.6. You can easily plot it on an OS map. It doesn't have any way markers. It's just a trail. But you do need a map because you do go off the beaten track quite a lot. You've got to bear in mind there are 3 major climbs. First of all, there's Lead Hill, right at the very beginning, as soon as you go behind Ladybower Inn. That's a very steep, that was possibly the hardest one. Followed by Allport's Castle, midway through. And then right at the end, Win Hill wasn't that bad, as long as you don't take the route that they've put and lose all that beautiful elevation you've gained. Just carry on to the left, follow the wall. It's very obvious visually, you can see the direction you want to go. Take that way, don't lose your elevation because you'll just have to pick it back up and come up a very steep climb later on. If you look at the map, these tracks meet just before the pike. That was the easy bit, I thought. Win Hill, just getting into the forest was steep, but it didn't last very long. After that, it was just a gradual climb up to the pike. Then the curveball was right at the end. Coming off the pike was a steep down. I saw kids with the parents, so I thought, man, it must be very easy to get back to the car. They were going a completely different way. It had nothing to do with me. So, I've seen this car before. No. So, by the time I realised what was going on, it was a horrendously steep, muddy descent. There was another guy there. We had a bit of a laugh about it. And so we really took our time going down there, and when I got to the end, we had a good laugh and told him basically what I was doing. And then it was one more hit right at the end, getting up to the reservoir with the famous hole where the water's flowing in. I don't know what it's called. You can take your pictures there, and that was beautiful because the sun was just starting to come down. Man alive, beautiful, absolutely fantastic. Fantastic to the very end. Yeah, so overall, a really good challenge, really difficult trail. Not quite Yorkshire Three Peaks difficult, but it's up there. I was really taxed, really challenged, but at no point did I feel like completely throwing the towel in. I just feel very well exercised. So it's going to be a bit of an achy week this week because I'm back at work tomorrow. But yeah, it was the right day, it was the right call. So, big shout out, Leslie, Les, thank you very much. Yeah, I've got a Simon Hanley one to do. That should be quite good. But, among other things, we'll see what comes next. Anyway, guys, battery's about to go. I've got an hour's drive home. So, I have no doubt that I will see you next time back on the trail.